Hello, this video is going to discuss how we're going to use ACC, LKAS, and other mitigation assist buttons for the Honda Ridgeline. So this is a 2021 Honda Ridgeline pickup truck, and if you go around, this type of version is the HPD version. It's the Honda Performance Development type style. So we're going to go into the car and discuss the buttons of the cruise control, ACC, LKAS, and other mitigation. So I got my car started, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and just reset at least everything to 0. And so the demonstration here is only going to be used when the car is in park but is running. So it's April 2025, and I want to show you how to use your adaptive cruise control and other mitigation in this vehicle while you're driving. And this vehicle is 2021, so a lot of this stuff I found out this week, so I wanted to share with you. So what I want to talk about first are these buttons right here on the steering wheel, and it's on the right side. So you got this button, which is the lane keep assist system button. This is what sets your cruise control. This is how you resume your cruise control. And the minus and plus of your cruise control is how you set your speed settings. Cancel the cruise control. This is interval following, and this has many features just with that button alone. And this is what turns on your adaptive cruise control. So let's go ahead and turn on the main button for your adaptive cruise control. So let's pretend that I'm driving, but I'm not. I'm just parked with the car running. So what I want to show you is when you push this button, you see 2 green lights show up in the dash. So you saw the 2 lights lit up, and it's called LKAS, which is Lane Keep Assist System, and ACC, which means Adaptive Cruise Control. Now, while you have this lit, that's when you start setting your speed. You know, you use your gas pedal to set your speed and push set. And then you can let your foot off the gas pedal and drive. Now, if I were to push this button, you'll see that there will be like 4 bars showing up at the back of the dash here. All right. So what that 4 bars does is how far down the road from you, if there's a car ahead of you, when your truck will start slowing down. So if you have 4 bars, that means that there will be a car, say like 200 feet down the road, and then your car will start to slow down, and you maintain the same speed as a car ahead of you. So if you're going 70, but the car ahead of you is at 65 miles an hour, then what will happen is that your truck will slow down to 65 miles an hour at a certain distance until that car speeds off or just gets off the lane that you're in. Now, if you don't want the car to slow down like right away, or then what I recommend is that you can push this button repeatedly and you can set the distance. So watch this when I'm going to push this repeatedly like this, and you can see I'm just pushing it. Now watch the dash now when I'm pushing the buttons. So you got 4 bars. Let me zoom in again. You got 4 bars, 3, 2, 1. And when it's 1 bar, that means that you have to be closer to the car before the car starts slowing down. And I think it's like the car is like 2 seconds away from you. So it depends how fast you're going. And it talks about how far apart the car has to be. But now it doesn't slow down like sooner. And then right here is the grid, shows the lane keep assist. So let me push this button right here. And now you see the lane keep assist. And then also you can put the 4 bars in here, or the 1 bar. And now you can set your the short distance, okay? Now, another thing I found out is if you don't want to slow down the vehicle automatically, you want to push this button for like a second or more, and now you go in cruise mode. So now I'm in cruise mode. And what that does is it doesn't allow the slow the car down automatically, no matter how close you are or how far away you are from the car ahead of you. You will actually maintain the speed that you originally set. So if you're at 70 miles an hour and you're approaching your car at 65 miles an hour, you still are going to go to 70 miles an hour. And so I'm going to go ahead and push it again. And now I'm back in adaptive cruise control with an interval following. So in order to turn off these features, you just push the main button and it disappeared. That's it for these buttons right here. What I want to talk about now are these 4 buttons right here. So this button is called the, I'm sorry, I got a piece of paper to refer to. This is my paper about these 4 buttons right here. So this button right here is called the road departure mitigation, and it acts like lane keep assist. And this button right here on top is your vehicle stability assist, which is your VSA, and it's for traction control. And then this bottom button right here is called collision mitigation braking system, or CMBS for short. And then this cargo button with a light is actually your bed lights. So in the bed of the truck, there's lights, and you can turn on the lights. So let me go ahead, even though it has nothing to do with mitigation, it's together with it. So what I want to show you about this cargo button, I'll let this be the first one, is that when you push the cargo button, it'll show up here that I turned it on. And now the lights in the bed of your truck are lit up. And now I'm going to turn it off. Okay? So this light this right here is called the road departure mitigation. So I'm going to go ahead and push it on. And now it's green. But if you notice, the dashboard does not indicate that it's turned on at all. Now, it would show that I toggled it. Like if I turn it off, it shows that I turn off the road departure, but then it goes back to the regular dashboard. And if I turn it on, it shows, let me push it again. I'm going to zoom in. When you turn it off and turn it on, it says warning only. Now, the way you set it to warning only is that you have to go over here to your home screen. You push home on your touch screen and go to settings. And you can only do this while your car's in parked. So you got this menu here. I want to push vehicle. And then you go to driver assist system setup. And the warning only is actually in the road departure mitigation setting. So you got warning only, wide, and normal. And supposedly, if it's warning only, you should get an audible, but it shouldn't shake your wheel that you're getting off on one side or the other lane. And then you got wide and normal, which I haven't read into it. But if you go back, you can also turn off some beepers and some other settings. So let's go to forward collision warning distance. It's short. So that is for your collision or your CMBS. So I have to be closer to a car before it starts braking. So then you got the lane keep assist to spin beep. That's off. Let me go back to the screen again. Lane keep assist to spin beep. That's turned off. And then also your ACC forward vehicle detect beep. and that's turned off. And that's in your vehicle. All right. So what I found out is if this light is still lit, it's going to remain on. Even if you turn off the car and turn it on again, that feature is going to stay on until you toggle it off. So if your car is, you know, trying to center yourself again and your LKAS light is not lit, come down here and see if this button is lit green. That's all I can tell you. Now, if you go to this feature right here, right now these are on, and the reason why I know they're on is because there's no indicator that it's on. It only lights up if it's turned off. An example is, say like your this button right here. If right now, if I stop at a light, the engine would turn off. And then when you let go of the brake, the engine would turn back on. But if I push this down, then now this light on this letter A right here will show up. So that means that if I stop at a stoplight, my engine's still going to be idle. It's not going to turn off. So, but if I turn off the vehicle and turn it on, then it's going to, it will come back on, which means that the light will be off. So light on means that the feature is off. All right. Now, another feature is this collision mitigation braking system. It's on. And the reason why I know it's on is because there's no light. So let me push it now. I pushed it in for a while. And now I turn off the collision mitigation. So now the light is off. This is not a trouble light. It's not a trouble light. It just means that the feature is turned off. Okay. So let's go to the VSA. That's this top button right here. And I'm going to turn it off. So I'm going to push the button. And now the vehicle stability assist, which would be your traction control, that's now turned off. Again, these are not trouble lights. These three lights are not trouble lights. It just means that these features are turned off. So don't be alarmed if you see these orange light on. Now, with these orange light, if I were to turn off the car, which I will, and I push the brake in and I turn off the car, my car is turned off. So I'm going to wait for the Honda thing to disappear. And if I turn it on, watch these lights go off. Now, the lights are off. The only thing that is that will stay on is this mitigation. So let me show you this. I'm going to turn it on and leave it on, and I'm going to turn off the car again. My car's off. And I'm going to turn on the car again. Now I'm going to watch the lights disappear. Now if I come down here, see my, it's called the road departure mitigation, which acts like a lane keep assist. It stays on. So a lot of times if you forget to turn it off and you drive down the road and you're starting veering, you know, towards the left side of the lane or the right side, you're going to feel the wheel jerk. And to be honest with you, it's kind of annoying. So what I want to do is go ahead and just turn it off. And it shows that I turned it off. But now the feature's turned off. So honestly, this is my preference, and I hope this will work, is if I want to drive down the freeway and I want to just have normal cruise control, I'm going to push the main button. My LKAS and my ACC is on. But now what I want to do is push this button in until I get cruise mode. And at the very least, I think the lane keep assist may work, but now I don't have to worry about slowing down automatically when the car gets in front of me, but it's up to me to slow down so I won't hit the car in front of me. Well, that's all. I hope this will help.